is this sort of snickering that they could do, like, I'm owning the libs, I'm getting one over on them, spreading the message for the cause. You saw a lot of just like horrific stuff, obviously, during the sort of Gamergate era, where a lot of it was breaching containment from 4chan into the regular internet.
Curious how you think that's evolved as the internet ages? Because I know a lot of social media platforms, at least on their face, take a lot of steps to like introduce moderation and things. But then like at the same time, sometimes you'll go on social media and you still see like very blatant Nazi stuff, for lack of a better word. How do you think that is developing into the aging internet? I feel like that's a weird term, but like as the internet gets older, how do you think their strategies are developing? Or like,
You're right in noting that when you go on Twitter, especially very recently, there's a lot of overt sort of shit posting. And that's what a lot of fascist activity online ends up manifesting as. And like the only thing it becomes online is just shit posting. One of the really core components of fascist ideology is the cult of action. This belief that no matter what you're doing, as long as you're working towards the cause, whatever it costs you, however much it hurts, then you are participating. You are fulfilling the goals of the movement by always working toward the ends of the movement through action. And that action can just be posting. If you're a keyboard warrior, if you are someone who fits into this disaffected category that's driving you toward these movements, I mean, I hesitate to belittle anyone who is on the early sort of entry point into these movements. The folks on the inside are pathetic. They really are the most pathetic people, the saddest people that you're going to meet. And for them, there is this sort of snickering that they could do, like, I'm owning the libs, I'm getting one over on them, spreading the message for the cause. You saw a lot of just like horrific stuff, obviously, during the sort of Gamergate era, where a lot of it was breaching containment from 4chan into the regular internet. But when we observe like the really abhorrent stuff, or the calls for violence, the calls for sexual assault and the like, that's like maybe 1 in 1,000, where the rest of it is just shit posting by people who don't know what they're posting, don't understand what they're posting, and believe that this thing that they are posting is making a significant enough cultural change to affect the normies, if you will, toward their ends. But bear in mind, these are like super cryptic, hard to even fathom memes on YouTube comments. I mean, it is genuinely like hard to look at. It's so cringy.
Yeah.
But it is this sort of attempt to interface with the mainstream culture that has been alarmingly successful over the last maybe 4 years or so, where when online fascist activity was largely locked to message boards, and I don't want to just like shove it all in front of 4chan and say, oh, 4chan is where the Nazis were. Sure, they were there, but they were in private servers as well, in early Discord channels and Skype calls as well. What we see when we find something ugly on social media, when we find a post kind of front and center on our Facebook timelines, I think best considered as something that breached containment. Something that is the closest thing to a socially acceptable talking point inside those private spaces, that has leaked out more often than not accidentally, or by someone who doesn't understand that they're not supposed to talk like that in public, and that they keep that conversation to the chat rooms, to the Discord servers, where it's welcome, where if you like bring it on to Facebook, then you invite attention, and you invite potentially you lose your job, or your friends get mad at you, or whatever. I mean, the term that was going around in, what was it, 2015, 2016, was hide your power level, that you like want to couch all your language in code and memes, like really ironic and edgy, so you can always walk it back. And anytime somebody is just like anti-Semitic posting on names, that is like a breach of containment, and not with more intent behind it.
You saying that just like sparked something in my brain. Have you seen the like, I hate to say recent Twitter drama, because it's like people that have real world followings, but like Candace O, I don't know, apparently the conservatives are like turning on each other because some of them are